Hey, I'm Lo, and welcome back to Planescape Torment. When last we had left the Nameless One, we talked a guy down from killing himself in this bar full of dusties, and persuaded him that he should that he should kill himself properly if he's gonna be a true dustman. that it's not his time. He mustn't rush his journey to the true death. He must go there properly, as by the scriptures or whatever the fuck. What else did we do? I think before we came to the bar, we got a little bit lost in the hive. We just sort of wandered around a bit and spoke to some people outside. And we're about to talk to Emmerich over here. But I wanted to redo this conversation with Sere the Skeptic. Because I felt like we were getting somewhere good with that conversation, and then I fucked it up at the last minute. So I'm going to keep my decision to... well, we'll see what happens. It depends on what she says, actually. But my plan is to reload the save where we fucked up the conversation. I just want to see what her dialogue was. Like, what was the dialogue that I missed? Yeah, so that's the dialogue that she gives since we fucked up. So if I load back to here... Is this first conversation with her? Yeah. Okay, so as you approach the elderly woman, she stares at you. Look who's come a calling on Sari today. She looks you down. Yeah, what crypt did you call out of? Joke. Well, the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? She barks a laugh. Ha! Not here, unless you want to die of boredom. I'll keep that in mind. Now I need to remember what I said to her to get to where it was. What's wrong with here? Someone pinch your sense and your sight, boy? Look around. What do your eyes tell you? A bunch of fun-loving dustmen, happily conversing merrily and celebrating life to the fullest. You've got a clever tongue there, boy. Mayhap your tongue is cleverer than you are? That'd explain the scars. But it doesn't explain why a dustman is standing here ridiculing other dustmen. Care to answer that one? Are you a dustman? Dustman, I suppose. I've seen enough sand pass through the hourglass whilst wearing these robes, yeah. Are you afraid of dying? Of course I am. Who isn't? It is a release of sorts. You don't sound much like a dustman. So what sparked this crisis of faith? I think that's what I asked. She shrugs. Life, I suppose. Never you mind. I won't bore you with the niggling details. I'd like to know, actually. Oh, you would you? She looks at you skeptically. How old do you take me for, boy? Lie out of kindness, let her down gently. Right, yeah, so I said, I don't know and I don't care, and that's when she was like, get out of here. How old do you take me for? I mean, the two extremes. Let's try the other extreme. Let's just say old. I'll reload again if it ruins the conversation. She snorts. Well, you're wrong. I'm really old. Now, I've spent most of my long years teaching dustmen. I've seen many dustmen whelps grow within our order, taught them the ways of the faction, kept the faith, preached the tenets of the faction, she frowns, and so on and so on. No questions, no doubt. This life was merely an antechamber that led to the true death. What happened? Well, A half-month back I went sick with the fever. I thought it was the end. It rattled my cage. How? Her face becomes a stone. There's something about having your faction members circle around your deathbed like a pack of pale-faced ghouls, nodding and agreeing that your suffering and dying is all for the best. Oh, Sarai is so fortunate. She shall soon be relieved of the burden of life. Burden of life? That's when it struck me. That there's something... A queer expression comes over her features. Addled about not appreciating your life. The dustman keeps saying that life is misery and suffering. Is it? That we should be happy to pass into oblivion? Should we? She shakes her head. Questions, questions, and precious few answers. It doesn't sound like you believe in the dustman philosophy anymore. What will you do? It doesn't sound like you believe in the dustman philosophy anymore. I suppose I have got a swarm of doubts all buzzing in my skull. She rubs her temples. Hard to get them all to be quiet sometimes. They need to be fed answers, and I haven't got them all worked out yet. What will you do? To be square, boy? I don't know. That's the problem with doubt. I can't even trust if what I'm feeling is true, or if I'm scared of death only because my brush with the fever, or even what I should do. Wait, what? I can't even trust that what I'm feeling is true, or if I'm scared of death only because of my brush with the fever, or even what I should do. Oh, she can't even trust what she should do. I think that's right. Is this a passing thing? I don't know. Oh man, we can say a lot to her. Sarah, if you had truly believed the Dustman philosophy, then your brush with the fever would not have left you with such doubts. Sarah, I would treat this as a test of your belief. It sounds like these feelings are only temporary. All those years of devotion to the Dustman could not have been false. At the core of the Dustman philosophy is that this life is one of pain. It is a weapon that life uses against a soul to keep it anchored to existence. Do not let this brush with the fever break your Dustman beliefs so. Time will heal these doubts. It's a difficult thing to answer. Look, I had some other questions. I must leave. Yeah, okay, so... This is similar. I guess all the Dustman... Like, the Dustman bar is just a hotspot of people who are, like, not so sure about the Dustman faith. I guess that kind of tracks. I don't know if I want to convince her that she should... Like, unlike the kid, weirdly, unlike the kid, I'm less sure that I should be trying to persuade the old lady that she should keep faith. It sounds like your feelings are only temporary. All these years of devotion to the Dustman could not have been false. This is... Okay, so this is saying... This is, like, confirming her doubts. This is saying, like, look, if you were a real Dustman, you wouldn't be having these thoughts. Number two is, like, it's natural that you would have these thoughts, but look, you've been doing this all your life. There's no way that, like, conviction could be false. And then number three is, like, reaffirming her faith, probably, like, more strongly. I mean, normally I err on the side of, like, picking the more extreme dialogue choices because they tend to get better results. But in this case, I feel like this is really something she has to work out by herself whilst she still has time. So, apologies for that loud bang. I don't know if my mic just picked that up. Sounds like these feelings are only temporary. All those years of devotion to the dustman could not have been false. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Like, let her figure it out, but give her some reassurance. 500 XP. Sari stares at you, then nods slowly. Maybe so. Maybe so. She frowns, her face wrinkling up in concentration. I'll have to chew it over some more. You know, you should. It's no small matter. Now, enough of me rattling on about my woes. Sari stares at your scars. You look like you've shared a few handshakes with death yourself. Hasn't that changed your views somewhat? Doesn't it make you appreciate life a little bit more? Let's see. Well, my brushes with death are a lot closer than those of other people. I can't seem to die, at least as far as I know. I don't think I should tell her that. Yes, not really. I don't really want to talk about it. I had some other questions. Yeah, has your brush with death made you appreciate your life more? Yes. Well, it should. Nothing comforting about death. Well, my brush is worth close... Oh, I can say that, right. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will say this, just to see what happens. Because like I said, I think I will reload. I mean, it's only 500 XP that I'm losing out on. Sari blinks. You're rattling my coffin. It's true. Yeah, I'm just joking. It's true. Strange are the ways of the plains. I've seen too much to throw any tale out with the wash. She studies your face. If it's true, why does this happen? I don't know. All I know is I woke up in the mortuary with no memory and covered with enough wounds to kill me 3 times over. No, don't be saying that too loud, she glances around. Most peculiar. Never heard of anything like that. Shame about the memories. Do you have any idea why this happens? Nay, not a one. Never knew anyone who death wouldn't take. Till now. Farewell. Okay, she was cool. Like, part of me was thinking it might turn all of the Dusties hostile. Oh, I kind of liked that interaction, actually. Yeah, I think I will quick save. I'll try not to do this too often, because I'm not a huge fan of save scumming. But in this case, like, considering this is a game... like, considering that this game is all about, like, playing through multiple lives, maybe the idea of save scumming is less, egregious, because, like, what's the difference between save scumming and just dying and losing all your memories and going through all of this again, but saying something different, you know? Alright, Emmerich. You see a heavy-set man with dark skin and grim features. He's dressed in dustman robes and is regarding you with a stony gaze. Greetings. You have the look of one lost. The man's voice is like stone setting. Did the wind send you, or are you here with purpose? Who are you? I am Emmerich, factotum of and initiate of the 4th Circle. Is this your bar? If you measure ownership in copper, this is not my establishment. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. He pauses as if trying to emphasize a point. The dustmen here are my students. They are under my protection. Can I ask you some questions? Emmerich waits. I feel like I just asked that, so I won't ask it again. Well, I might as well just to see if he says the same thing. Yeah, he says the same thing. Can you tell me about the Dustmen faction? Dustmen seek the true death. Some call it oblivion, but this is incorrect. To Dustmen, the true death is freedom from the chains of this false life. False life? This life that many cling to with their emotions is a false existence. As long as one clings to it, they will continually be reborn into it. One must divest themselves of emotion to escape this cycle. I see. Can you tell me about how your faction is organized? Dustmen are organized into 5 circles. The 5th circle is made of the lowest rank of dustmen, initiates. The 1st circle is comprised of the highest ranking dustmen, the ruling body of our faction. It's interesting that they refer to themselves as factions. Like, this isn't the first time we've seen the word faction, but it's like, it's an in-universe word that is used by multiple people, or, multiple groups within this universe. It's kind of weird to see, it's kind of meta to see it in a way, because, like, normally you talk about factions in, like, in a metatextual way. Like, you're like, oh, that's a faction. Like, you talk about a group of people as a faction. Like, when you're talking about them. It's weird to see people refer to themselves as a faction. Like, yeah, we're a faction. Like, what? I don't know. But then even, like, in the context of D&D, you hear reference to factions and faction gameplay and stuff. But it's usually something that the GM is doing in the background. Again, it's just kind of odd to, like, see this word being used by actual characters. I don't know, to give an example, like, it would be like if, imagine if like the Catholic Church referred to themselves as a faction or something, or like if the X-Men referred to themselves as a faction. Like, I don't know, just kind of odd. I had some other questions. I would like to join the Dustman faction. If you desire to join the Dustman faction, I will hear your request. Yes, I desire to join the Dustman faction. You have misjudged me. I have no desire to join the Dustman faction. I merely believe what the Dustmen believe. Never mind, I had some other questions. Do I believe what they believe? I feel like I've probably... I mean, the fact that I was able to say so much of what they know back at Sarah and the kid is more a kind of distillation of, like, stuff that I've learned over multiple lifetimes, and I don't know if I do. Well, maybe I do. I don't know if I actually want to join their faction, and I don't really know what that would entail, and I don't really know if they would accept me, because aren't I like anathema to them? Like, aren't I like the Antichrist, basically? I want to see what he says, though. I believe what the Dustmen believe. Very well. Do you know our philosophy? Yes. Recite it. The goal of all Dustmen is to reach the true death, oblivion, in this life This life that many cling to with their emotions and passions is a false one. As one clings to it, one continually is reborn into it. One must divest themselves from... Yeah, that's what you just said. Do you believe it? Truth. Not entirely. Belief may come with time's passing. Is your conviction so strong that our philosophy shall never have a home in your mind? I would like to put my uncertainty to time's test. I will spend time among the dustmen and then examine my beliefs. Yeah, let's say that. Or, I don't think I will ever believe in your philosophy. I withdraw my request. Yeah, let's give it some time. Then it shall be tested. Speak with Initiate Norochi. Norochi. Or Noroji. He is here in the bar. Return when you've done what he has asked of you. I will speak with him. I had some other questions first, though. Emmerich waits. I've come here in search of a journal. These eyes have seen no such journal. Perhaps your search will take you elsewhere. Excuse me. Very well, I had some other questions. I'm searching for a man named Farad. Have you seen him? I would know why you seek the collector Farad. Collector? Collectors gather the dead and bring them to us. I would know why you seek this collector. Why do collectors gather the dead? They gather the dead for copper's sake. You pay them for dead bodies? Why? We already know this, but I like going through all the dialogue. Why? The streets are not a burial ground. The mortuary is where dead men are interred. It is the duty of a dustman. Emmerich falls silent for a moment. For some reason you feel he's trying to make a point. That's the second time it's said that. I would know why you seek this collector Farad. I wish to speak with him. Why, is there something wrong? The collector Farad has brought many corpses to the mortuary of late. One must ask where these bodies are from. Tell me more about the bodies. Some are recent dead. They still have their last moments in their eyes. Many more bodies are centuries dead. The dust of ages lies upon their bones. One must ask where these bodies are from. Perhaps I could find out where these bodies are from. Look, whatever is between you two is your business. I just want to know where he is. I don't really know. I had some other questions. Yeah, perhaps I can help you find them. Or find out why. How would you do such a thing? I would track down Farad and ask him. If you spoke with Collector Farad and returned with his answers, you will have done a great service for the dustman. Find where the dead he brings to us are from, and you will be rewarded. Very well, I'll find Farad, speak with him, and find out where the dead bodies he brings are from. Your path is our path, he nods. Return here when you have the Collector Farad's answer. Can you tell me where he is? It is not known to me where the Collector Farad is. He hides from the eyes of the dustman. I would seek other collectors and ask them your question. I'll see what I can do then. Farewell. Farewell, even. I'm beginning to wonder, is Farad even human? Or humanoid? Like, what if, like, yeah, we've seen demons wandering about. What if he's a demon? Or some other monster? Like, he could be a beholder or something. That'd be cool. This tiny wizard man, yeah, we've talked to him before. His eyes dart around the bar like a bird's. Greetings. The man's eyes gleams as he takes your measure. Hail and well met, traveller. You look like one who's just getting their sigil legs about them. Pardon me, have we met before? Your face seems familiar somehow. Oh, I think because I loaded before speaking to Sarah. I haven't actually had this conversation with Mortai. Possibly. Are you certain it was me? No, at least I don't recall you. Maybe I was mistaken. No matter. Do you seek the contract? Contract? What do the dustmen do with the body? Matters to me. You'll mean I'll be animated as a corpse and put to work in the mortuary? That doesn't sound good. I'll consider it for now. I have other questions. Tell me about the contract. I'd like to sign the contract. Tell me about some of the patrons. Tell me about Sarah. A troubled initiate. She had contact with sickness. It changed her. Now she seems bitter and angry. Are dustmen not allowed to feel passions? True death. Had some other questions. Patrons. Emmerich. A respectable initiate of the Fourth Circle, a very wise man. What is your business with him? I was thinking about signing a contract with Emmerich. I guess that's true. Mortai looks visibly distressed. Oh, no, good sir. He will not offer half the price I will for such a contract. It would be a mere pittance compared to what I could give you. Consider this before you make a hasty decision. How much more will you offer? I will offer 75. 100 coppers, sir. Much more than any other dustman will offer. I'll think about it. I had some other questions. Okay. That's not related to me joining the faction. That's just me trying to get more money out of the selling my corpse. But I don't want to, right? Fel warned me not to sign anything. So that's also why I'm like hesitant about joining the faction, because will that require a contract? I would expect it to require an oath, which is probably effectively the same thing as a contract, right? Can you tell me about... Unless Fel's warning is specifically about this contract, not just contracts in general. Tell me about the other patrons. Awaiting death. Are dustmen not allowed to feel passions? True death. Yeah, okay, that's the same. Searching for someone named... or journal. So you mentioned, I had some other questions. Farad. Morai frowns. He's one of those collectors. Emmerich should be around here somewhere. Who's it? Emmerich. Already did that. Okay. I don't think you can help me. Goodbye. Yeah, okay. So, who should I speak to? Like... Oh, Norochi, there he is, okay. Didn't I speak to you before? You see a spindly, thin dustman in dirty black robes. His stiff hair springs forth from his skull like a crown of spikes, and his leper-white skin is drawn sharply across his skull. He's frowning into his drink, mumbling to himself. Norochi? I'm pronouncing the J on the end here as a Y, because I don't know how else to pronounce that. The dustman looks up, blinks once, then looks you up and down. As he studies you, he takes one of his spiked locks and points at himself with it. Norochi, initiate, dustman, guard. I'm here about the posting outside. Emmerich told me to speak with you. Emmerich sent you to me? He studies you for a moment, then sighs and points at himself. Norochi is dustman, guard. Serve dustman interest. Protect dustman interest. Protect dustman reputation. He sighs again. In the hive, many thieves. One thief wears robes of dustman, but a dustman not. There's a thief disguised as a dustman?
Updated my journal.
Norochi nods. Find him I cannot. Important to dustman it is. I could track him down for you. I could track him down for a price. I don't think I'm above getting money for my work. It seems like I'm prone to losing all my money anyway, so I may as well try and get some more. Narachi nods again. For making my troubles your troubles, copper coins I will pay. Find the not dustman, deal with him, then return. Narachi will wait. I wonder what his deal is, like with his speaking pattern. Is it trying to characterize him as stupid, or is he like a different race or something? I don't know. I'll return when I have found this not dustman for a while. I'm back. I wanted to talk to you about the posting outside. The dustman looks you up and down. Okay, that's the same thing. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, this is a different thing. Help you can. A mausoleum awakes. The dead walk. The dead disturbed. The dustman disturbed. Find out a way. Find out what disturbs the undead, and copper coins I will pay. Very well, where is this mausoleum?
Updated my journal.
Mausoleum by Dustman Memorial. Go north and west from Black Monument. Go to arch and semicircle over your heart with fingers this make. He wiggles the index finger in his right hand. To the mausoleum you will go. Oh, did he just, like, teach me a key to open a door? You see Narachi. He's pulling at one of his spikes of hair and using it to scratch a spot on his face. You can't help but think he'd look a lot better with dreadlocks. Huh. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check my journal. Is he a different race? Like, do I have a new, Oh, look, we've got a full actual quest log. Talk to Narachi and Emmerich. Hang on, I'll read that in a sec. I want to check. Like, yeah, have we got... Did we read about the Bowery R? I think we did. Half man, half goat, all attitude. Yeah. Black Abashi, Leonara, Dabus, Dustman, Bell, Giant Skeleton, Githzerai, Harlot, Merchant, Midwife, Skeleton. Oh, we've got the male tiefling now. That's pretty nice. I guess we must have just seen one wandering around. Yeah, I don't know. There's no entry for, like, human, right? So I guess he's just a male dustman, but... yeah, I don't know. He speaks weird. Don't know why. Alright. I feel like I was about to do something. Oh yeah, journal. Quests. Find Farad. Find your missing journal. Find the source of Farad's bodies for Emmerich. I spoke with a dustman named Emmerich who not only knew the collector Farad, but that he was suspicious of Farad's fresh supply of corpses that he was dropping off at the mortuary. I offered to look into the matter, and Emmerich promised to reward me for finding out where the corpses were coming from. I met a mad woman, Ingress, yep. Look into the matter of the mausoleum's walking dead. Norochi, a dustman I met at the Gathering Dust bar, told me of a mausoleum where the dead walk. He wanted me to look into the matter. He said the mausoleum entrance was north and west of the Dustman Memorial outside of the mortuary. He said I should go to the archway there and make a semicircle over my heart with my right index finger. Then the entrance would open. If I can find the problem in the mausoleum and solve it, then I'll return to Norochi and let him know. As a part of my quest to join the Dustman faction, Emmerich has asked me to speak to Norochi, also in the Gathering Dust bar, and to do what he asks of me. Norochi, a dustman in the Gathering Dust bar, bade me to track down a thief disguised as a dustman, and stop him from further soiling the faction's name with his actions. And what was our last journal entry that we read? Fell said that he knew me. I did as Emmerich bade and spoke with the dustman Narochi. He is having trouble tracking down a man, a thief dressed as a dustman. Narochi, a dustman I met in the Gathering Bar, told me of a mausoleum. I think that's the same as this quest. Yeah, that's the... Yeah, I'll return and let him know. I'll return and let him know. Yeah, okay. Okay, so sometimes the journal entries are the same as quest entries. That's good to know.
Alright.
Alright. Hey Anna, do you have anything else to say?
What is it?
You said Farad was to the south and west of the mortuary, correct? Aye, I did. Have you forgotten already? No, but I did have some other questions. Aye, and what is it you want? Can you tell me where I am? You're lost? But you're about to find trouble. Make yourself lost somewhere else, Bubba. Oh, well then. Aye, pike off to where you came from then. Alright. I wonder if, like, thugs have just a random chance to attack me every round. Like, I'm trying to work out why some of them suddenly randomly turn hostile. Oh, is this... Have we been in here? Small dwelling. Hello. Shalandra. What did that just say? Blast! I almost had it that time. Don't you know it's dangerous to interrupt a spellcaster while they're evoking a spell? Luckily for you, I was only practicing. Well, what is it you want? My apologies for disturbing you. Farewell.
Done.
I think this spell goes something like this. Can I rob this woman's house? Okay, she's got nothing in here. Does she have a journal entry? NPC? I mean, she's named. Upper class townie female. Wow, look at that outfit. Holy shit. I mean, hang on, is she more scantily clad than the harlots? Where's the harlot? Harlot. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, she's showing more leg skin. Wowee. Power and wealth create privilege, a private law for those who know how to use them properly. When used correctly, they can create more wealth and power, and keep a perpetuating cycle that shuts out the less fortunate and sometimes victimizes them. In Sigil, what this means is that you'll run into a superlicious breed of human whose experience tends to be limited to what is right and proper. This woman is a fine example of that. I hope the men are just as scantily clad. That'd be great. Okay. Shilandra. I mean, it says she's a noble, but that doesn't really look like a very noble person's house. Okay, yeah, enemy sighted. Maybe it's random when the zone loads or something. Because these guys weren't hostile before. Oh, did he? No? Did he go invisible? What just happened? Did he stealth?
I'm hurt.
Oh my god, I'm almost dead.
Talk about beating a dead horse. I'm really sick of you dying on us. Cut it out, will ya?
Okay.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. Can I just walk out the front door now, actually? Hang on, let's
right.
find out. No? Wait. Is this it? Yeah. Yeah, I can just walk out the front door now. Cool. Nice. Alright, let's go. Actually, there's no corpse run, is there? We don't have to pick up our stuff. We just... Yeah. Okay. Do we lose XP maybe when we die? I'm trying to work out like what is the actual like penalty for death? No, no. Oh, that's Ingress. Is this the arch? Yes, this is the arch. Okay. I guess we'll go to the mortuary. Part of me is thinking this might actually be quite difficult to kill a bunch of undead. Oh, whoa, hello. Guardian Spirit. This spectral figure materializes from the gloom of the passageway ahead and quickly moves to block your path. It floats before you, its once human features twist in a mask of rage. Defilers! Leave this place at once! Greetings. Leave now! Its booming voice echoes down the hall. This place is forbidden to the living. Leave while you still can. I had some questions first. I'm an RPG protagonist. I have a compulsion to ask questions of everyone I meet. Seek your answers elsewhere. This place is a sanctuary for the dead. I shall not permit their slumber to be disturbed by the intrusion of yet another insolent mortal. Another? Someone else been here? If you must know, yes. There is another intruder who, even now, continues to violate the sanctity of these hallowed halls. The answer in the spirit, the anger in the spirit's voice fades. He seems somewhat saddened by the admission. The souls of my brothers and sisters cry out for peace. Who is the other intruder? He is an evil coward who wields great power over the dead. This is exactly what a ghost sounds like. I just want you to know. Like, this is a one-to-one ghost voice. He seeks something from within these walls. What it might be, or what his purpose is in seeking it, I cannot say. Why don't you drive this intruder away? I cannot! The crowd has sealed himself within the upper chamber, or the coward has sealed himself within the upper chamber of the mausoleum. He has erected powerful wards that bar my entrance into the chamber. It is from there that he calls upon his dark arts to awaken my brethren and bends them to his evil will. When I started doing this voice, I wasn't expecting this conversation to go on this long, but I gotta commit to it. Sounds to me like you need the help of one intruder to get rid of another. Perhaps I may be of assistance. Perhaps I may be of assistance to you. Yeah, it sounds like you need my help. The spirit remains silent for several long moments. You can almost feel the weight of his lifeless gaze upon you. Yes, you might prevail where I have failed. If you will pledge to rid me of this blackguard, I shall grant you passage. What say you? I'll do it.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal. Hell yes. So be it. The spirit slowly begins to fade until only the echoing of its disembodied voice remains. But take heed, tread lightly in these halls, lest you join the others in eternal rest.
I'm
wow, what a great character. Okay, this looks like a dungeon, right? Mausoleum. This is looking quite dungeony. Enemy sighted. Yeah, okay, we've got some skeleton workers. Ooh, that's quite a few skeleton workers. I feel like I might die.
I'm hurt.
23, oh, fuck me. Oh, I'm faster than them, though. Oh, look at my portrait. My portrait changes. Hey, Mort, can you...
What's up? Good as done.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Was that a trap? Was that a trap? What just hit me with lightning? Jesus.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. Okay, hang on. Let's get out of here. I don't think I can...
Done.
I don't think I can do that yet. I don't think I'm a good enough level. Hopefully some more bandits don't fucking kill me. Me poor sister, Sev Tai. Have I spoken to you? This woman's face looks broken. She's covered in scars. They look like bite marks and fingernail cuts. She's cradling the shreds of several rags in her hands and is staring emptily at the wall of the monument at the names there. Greetings. Get back, you! The woman's teeth peel back, displaying a row of black canines. What do you want of Sevtai? What's the matter? What wrong? Those Chaos Men wrecked my cart, attacked me, and killed 3 of my sisters who tried to stop them. Not sisters anymore. Now there is nothing but names on this memorial wall. Chaos Men? Chaos Men, a faction, they says. What they are is an adult bunch that runs wild through the hive and does whatever they please. They did no harm. We never did no harm to them. Then they lope in like dogs and tear apart anything within their reach. Who are these Chaos Men who attacked you? They're a hiver's gang, a bunch of adult sods who call themselves the starved dogs barking, or some such balmy nonsense. You know, I wouldn't mind penning some men in the dead book for some coin. You got some copper and we'll talk terms. Their actions were unjust. If you wish, I can see that the matter is rectified. If 3 deaths they caused, then 3 deaths shall these starved dogs suffer. Man, that's such a wordy way of saying that. That's too wordy for me. You got some copper, I'll get revenge for you. A copper earring in your purse if you pen 3 of those murdering sods in the dead book, Jig. I'll see to it that they're put in the dead book. Can you tell me where they might be found? Go to the south gate, Spirewood, from here. Then walk around the block until you come to a place where the men run in circles, howling in the sig sky. Or howling at the sig sky. There's the starving dogs they are. Yeah, I've been to that block. It's the one with all the harlots and drunks south of here. I'll go there and return shortly.
Updated my journal.
Well, I'm not going to do that straight away because I'm almost dead. Can I sleep in the morgue down here? Can I just have a little
All right.
a little sleepy sleep in this coffin? How do I sleep again? Toggle AI, toggle view on character. Rest party, there we go. The AI upscaling doesn't look so good on that cutscene, I think, because it's like there's too many moving parts. AI upscaling doesn't like a lot of stuff moving at once. So yeah, that doesn't look too great, but
Done.
I think the other cutscenes with the AI upscaling don't look too bad. Okay, map. To the northwest portion of the hive, to the mausoleum, Shalandra's Kip, mortuary entrance, open tomb, Angyar's house. Yeah, I don't think we've been in there either, have we? Let's go to Angyar's house. And then I feel like that's probably everyone in this part of the hive that we will have spoken to. Hello, Angyar and wife of Angyar. This woman looks to be in her middle years, and her hair has streaks of grey running through it. Lines of worry crisscross her face. As she sees you, she seems torn between asking you to leave and calling for the man at the table. Greetings.
You'd best leave before I call my husband. He won't take kindly to having barged your way into our home.
If you were going to call him, you would have done so already. I have some questions for you. Call your husband and you'll both die now. Answer my questions. Calm down, I just had some questions. If you were going to call him, you would have done so already. I have some questions. She glances towards her husband, worry in her eyes.
I have not the time, stranger. Don't be troubling me with such things.
Excuse me, are you all right?
Me?
She seems surprised.
Oh, aye.
She lowers her voice.
You'd best leave. My husband has not been himself of late. You'd best not provoke him with your presence.
What's wrong with him?
He's been out of sorts of late. A touch of the cough, maybe.
She gives an unconvincing half shrug. What's really wrong with him?
I think he's done something he regrets.
A worried expression melts into despair.
I think he signed one of the dead contracts. I cannot imagine what possessed him to do such a foolish thing.
Dead contracts?
The dead, the dustmen, have contracts that give them the right to somebody's body after they die.
What do dustmen do with the body after death?
Animate it with their black magics. Turn it into one of the walking dead. Maybe make it a worker until...
She looks at her husband helplessly.
Till it rots away.
Why did your husband sign such a thing? Your husband won't need his body after death. What's the problem? Why did your husband sign such a thing?
He may have been goat-eager to bring home some more jink than custom. He's prideful, but I don't think he's hurt himself more by doing so.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I have some questions for you, though. Can this contract be undone? Your husband won't need his body after death. What's the problem? Can the contract be undone? She looks at you surprised, then...
I've tried. I've spoken to the dustman that he did the signing with, but he's cold and chill like all the dusties. He even lectured me on my husband, as if I had no right to try and help him.
Her lips become tight, a thin line, as if picturing the dustman's face.
He was cold, cruel, he was.
Let me see what I can do. Who is the dustman your husband signed the contract with?
The dusty calls himself Gravesend. I know not his first name, but he has a table at the Dustman Bar in the Hive. Gathering Dust, I believe the place is named. Ye can most like find him there, trying to get more people to sign his contracts.
I'll seek him out then. Where's this
Updated
Gathering
my
Dust
journal.
bar?
Head out to the street outside, go to the memorial stone, then head south and west from there.
She taps her finger against her chin.
Ye should run right into it. There's one of 'em there.
Her face wrinkles in disgust.
One of them walking corpses out front.
Very well, I'll go see what I can do.
I won't turn away such a friendly gesture.
She seems grateful, then worried as her expression returns.
But I must ask ye not to let on I was asked.
Wait.
But I must ask ye not to let on I asked ye to do such a thing. Me husband has a terrible temper, and if he were to find out...
She shudders. I promise that your husband will not find out. Vow. I promise that your husband will not find out. I can't make any promises. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, let's vow. Why not? I promise your husband will not find out.
Thank ye, stranger.
Interesting that it says vow, not lie. Not truth. I guess that's the difference between a truth and a vow, right? You don't really know if something is true until after the fact. Huh. Wow, I'd never thought about that. Yeah. A vow is basically a preemptive truth. Alright. It's no trouble. I'll go see about undoing your husband's contract now. Her, the accent I was giving that was wavering a bit. Sort of flip-flopping between Yorkshire and Welsh. Angiar. This man looks haunted. His eyes are half-lidded as if he had trouble sleeping, and his hair is long and unkempt. His beard is flecked with bits of dead skin and old bits of food. He doesn't seem to notice you as you approach. Greetings. The man glances up at the sound of your voice. His slack expression vanishes. It looks like someone has lit 2 fires in his eyes. What be your business barging into me house? His eyes narrow, his teeth clench. Get, or I'll send you back to whatever grave you crawled out from. Calm yourself. I had some questions. The man's face turns blood red and he begins shouting, Are you daft? With a snarl, he even spits at your feet. You filthy, scar-ridden dog! Off with you, or even the powers won't be able to save your hide. Farewell, then. The man throws a parting shot at your back. You'd best never cross me door again, you wretch stinking bastard. Leave without another word. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken to him. I don't know if I'll be able to come back in here without him just attacking me on sight. Hang on, let's quick save. And go back in. Is he immediately hostile? No, he isn't. Okay. Good.
Done.
Well, we're almost coming up on an hour, but let's do this real quick. Hopefully this is just a simple, like, persuasion check or something. Hey, Mortai.
Ah, traveler.
He smiles at you again.
We meet again. How may I help you on this fine Sigillian day?
He looks hopeful.
Come to sign the contract, perhaps?
Are you the one who signed the dead contract with Angiar? Mortai frowns. He looks puzzled.
Mayhap.
He thinks for a moment.
I do not recall the name, however.
I'd like to settle that contract. Mortai looks wary.
I'm afraid this is impossible. The contract is signed, settled, and binding.
The contract is tearing the man's life apart. The contract is tearing the man's life apart. It is causing him distress. It is possible that he may not even be able to approach a true death with such emotions churning in his mind. Is there any way I might be able to settle this contract with you? I suggest you hand over the contract right now, or I'll butcher you where you stand. Bluff or truth. Never mind, I had some other questions. Every time that never mind I had other questions makes me laugh, because it's such a non sequitur. Yeah, I think this is the one to choose, right? This is like appealing to the Dustman philosophy. The contract is tearing that man's life apart. If it is causing him distress, it is possible that he may not even be able to approach the true death with such emotions churning in his mind. Mortai, choose it over for a moment. It looks like you've negotiated him into a corner.
I cannot. It is a matter of law, my friend. Besides, the burden lies upon the signer to overcome his own feelings in order to reach the true death. I cannot...
So what you're saying is that you'll deny him the true death for the sake of a piece of parchment. Is there any way I might be able to settle the contract? And then the same options as before. Yeah. What you're saying is that you'll deny him the true death? Mortai sighs and holds up his hands as if to placate you.
Look, it's not how you're making it out to be.
You obviously hold the philosophy of a dustman in contempt. To damn a man's soul over a piece of paper. Do other members of your faction know of your conduct in this regard? If not, they soon will. Yeah, hell yeah, let's say that. Mortai glares at you for a moment, opens his mouth, closes it, then opens it.
By the nine hells, wait here. He drops his voice to a whisper. And keep your bone box latched.
He gives an angry scowl and stomps off. Wait. A few seconds later he returns. He's holding a dusty piece of parchment, which he gives you.
Here!
He sniffs disdainfully.
All for a man's peace of mind. Now be gone and nettle me with your preachings no longer.
I will leave for now. Farewell, Mortai.
Good as done.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it. Oh, okay. Right. Sure. That's such a long, like... That's such a, like, protracted... I'm overburdened line. I couldn't carry it anymore, so I had to drop it. Wow. Oh, this is a bracelet. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just like start wearing all this shit until I can find a place where I can sell it. Bandages. Wait, he gave me bandages?
Done.
Or... Oh, is it because it's a quest item? Yeah, because it's a quest item, and I can't drop a quest item. It like it just budged out the first item that was in the list there. Okay, let's read this. Angyar's dead contract. This crisp parchment has a musty smell about it, like it's been stored in an attic for too long. From what you can make out from the tiny, cramped writing, this document seems to be a contract between two parties, the Dustman faction and a man named Angyar, in exchange for 30 copper pieces. What a cheapskate. Angyar has signed away the rights to his corpse to the Dustman, presumably so they can use him as a worker in the mortuary. Wow, you offered me 50 initially, Mortai. And then I managed to talk you up to 100, and that's still not worth it. You gave Angyar 30? Jeez. Alrighty. Let's just hand it in real quick. I can't imagine that's going to be a really long conversation here. Angier's wife looks hopeful as you approach.
Were ye able?
Yes, I was able to get the contract from Mortai. Here it is. She looks relieved as her eyes become misty.
Oh, by the powers, ye must be a deva in disguise to do such a thing for someone you barely know.
Give her the contract. I didn't do this for free, you know. I expect something in return. I'm not going to ask for money after the fact. We didn't talk about paying for this up front, so yeah. Give her the
Updated my
contract.
journal.
Nay, nay, if you could show it to me husband. If ye could show me husband the contract, say that you got it for him, but don't say how. I'd appreciate it.
Very well, I'll show it to him then. Let's quick save just in case he flips out again. You see Angiar. He doesn't look any better than before. As you approach him again, he turns slowly to face you. His face tightens.
Ye again! Didn't you hear me the first time, you pox-ridden dog? Get out of me house, or so help the powers, I'll carve ye where you stand.
Show him the Dustman contract. Say nothing. As you pull out the contract, the blood drains from his face. For a moment, he seems at a loss for words. Then his temper quickly resurfaces.
Where did you get that? By the powers, you'd best tell me.
I took it from a dustman named Mortai. It has your name on it. Angiar can't seem to take his eyes from the contract.
Why'd you bring it to me? He looks suspicious. To ransom it?
Tear up the contract. I expect you to pay for it, just as you were paid for it. Yeah, tear it up.
Updated my journal.
You tear up the parchment, and Angiar's eyes follow the bits of paper as they float to the ground with a desperate look. He shudders slightly, then straightens, as if a great weight was lifted from him.
Ye...
He looks like he's about to thank you, then stops and stares at you suspiciously.
Nothing's free. Not in the hive, Cutter.
Consider this free and expect a lot of the rules in the hive to change whilst I'm around. I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me? Well, if you need to pay me, I had some questions. Think of a way to pay me. For now, farewell. I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me? Consider this free and expect a lot of the rules to hide. I don't know if I can actually promise that. Right? Like, I genuinely... Like... like, me, real life me, might want to say this, but I'm genuinely not sure if the Nameless One can... like, really feels this way. I'll just say, yeah, I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me?
I ransomed my life to one man already, and I'm not about to do it again.
He shakes his head.
We'll settle the debt now.
Very well, if you feel the need to pay me, then I could use some questions answered. I could use a place to rest. There's no debt, Angiar. Consider this one free. Farewell. Yeah, why not? I could use a place to rest. Angiar nods.
That's the least I can do. I'll have my wife get some blankets out for you.
Thanks. I didn't want to rest just yet. I had some other questions. I didn't want to sleep just yet. I may return when I'm ready to rest, though. Farewell. Alright. Cool. So we got a little, another little place to sleep. That's better than nothing, I guess. Okay, yeah, so, when next we return, we may finally leave this map. And, go looking for Farad, maybe? Or maybe I'll go back into the dungeon? I'm not sure yet. I'll think about it. Alright, thanks for watching. Sorry this one went a little long again. I have a feeling that's going to happen quite often with this game, though, just because the writing is so engrossing. Alright, love and peace.